Good morning everyone, this will be T versus MRC for our week 3 day 1 match 1. The very first game of week 3, we're going to be seeing Xiao coming in with the first officer here. Survivor team comp boys, it'll be a Lucky Guy Perfumer first officer and of course an Acrobat. It's a relatively fast decoding team comp here, but with a Perfumer and a Lucky Guy being first 2 picks. This is kind of MRC's pocket pick now against a Sangria though. Anyways, moving on towards the game, we're going to be seeing Xiaodi's straight inside Graveyard. Graveyard wouldn't be that much of a bad place to chase, but it seems like we're going to change targets for the Acrobat. I mean, after Sandra's nerfs for our current patch, Acrobat does counter Sandra pretty well, so he will be seeing used quite a lot if he's not being banned in rank. But anyways, we're going to be seeing Acrobat here at Corner House. That's going to be 2 dashes, but an immediate hit right over the Palace. Getting the mini speed boost there, it is 1 minute into the game. It shouldn't be too bad after all for Acrobat just to contain a little bit longer, but the only issue comes with the fact that there is a basement here though. Acro, hey! Hwatsu kind of won that mind game there. Hwatsu definitely won that mind game there, but with no pallets there remaining left, this is going to be an open area, so Pepe will going to be forced to get out of shadow form. But I mean, it is still Sandra right before the nerf. We are still able to blink down here. But seeing the Cypher Machine progress here, there's a huge chance that Xiaodi may actually just get a doll out in order for us to decode 3 ciphers at a time now. Let's just see from the survivor's POV. It seems like Xiaodi's still decoding here. Now we're going to be having the first officer coming in to probably give tinnitus, but Xiaodi did manage to get his bot out though. That's going to be a 50% bot finishing that Cypher Machine. Overall it should be fine. Meanwhile the Lucky Guy is going to go and finish first officer Cypher, but the first officer already being nearby here. It's not a bad crouching area. We also do see where Nanako is, but that's a great indication of where FO is as well. Pepe probably does know as well, which is why he's currently at this direction. But for now it seems like it will be an after half for Acrobat. I don't think we'll actually go into rescue anymore. If that's the case, for Pepe himself, he can now actually come out here to check if there's anyone near here at all. But spotting out the first officer here on the other hand, needing to buy a little bit more time, but with Pocket Watch you probably will be able to do so, but sadly it seems like we are still going to be able to get the hit right there. Acrobat will be rescued here, but Acrobat will have to force himself out, as first officer here has no pocket watches remaining on his hands, so quite a bit of a dangerous area for him. But officer definitely does have to come out first and foremost instead of staying down here to look for the item in chest. Then with 1 full cypher remaining on the field, we do see that Hwatsu wants to get beneath the tram. He will be able to buy an extra 8 seconds, well 10 seconds during this time, but we'll just have to see for now. All survivors right now, let's see, first officer rushing towards the nearest Cypher Machine instead of healing. I'd say it's probably better for officer to heal instead, because if you see the current Cypher Machine progress, it definitely is enough. Lucky Guy with a mixed bot out there should be able to finish Graveyard, but it seems like Officer's actually going to run straight towards Graveyard instead to get the bot to heal him. That's not that much of a bad choice, but it does seem like Pepe is going to rush towards Graveyard though. Officer, they want to rush the Cypher Machine. I know, yeah, they do want to rush the Cypher Machine. We are able to get the palace done here though, at least. And overall it seems fine for survivors right now, except for the multiple palace sets that we're getting from the Dollar Mall. Oh well, what can we do? We probably just need a Perfumer to come in later on to finish that Cypher Machine, but it seems like for Pepe he's going to leave this area. There is still 10% left on Doll. Doll is currently decoding 86, 89. You can get rid of the Doll right now. That's an 88% Cypher Machine with accelerated decoding being on right now. That will take less than 5 seconds for 1 survivor to finish. So overall for here right now, the only issue is how are we going to play Endgame from Pepe's side, because this is the first time Pepe hasn't been doing well with Sangria. Well, I mean, against this team comp, I'm trying to find survivors early game as well. We did manage to get Perfume out here at least, but if we want to break the Perfume, we're going to have to blink. We probably, blinking here is not a great idea though, because seeing the Cypher Machine progress here, we're only missing 1 left with 60% remaining. Even if you force the blink out from Nanako, there's only so much you can do. Officer definitely can go into rescue, but it seems like we're going to have Lucky Guy come in instead because we want to actually make it to chair. And it's the fact that, if this is the case, then I mean, there are 2 Cypher Machines currently being open right now, so even if Xiaodi does come in to rescue as Lucky Guy, and even if First Officer does go down, there's still a huge chance for the survivors to tie here regardless. So even with the playstyle of going out and being more aggressive, try to switch targets as much as possible, it may not actually work. Because if we see here, right, very beautiful palace, and that's the third palace of the day. Wow. And Xiaodi's already healing himself right now. We're going to be able to see the pallet break. And then after the pallet break, there is perfume right there. Are we going to perfume back? We're not going to perfume back, but Xiaodi did manage to full heal here at least. So Nanako currently on there. Oh, that's a very nice speed booster used. Xiaodi trying to block the Hunter's way. And it does seem like the exit gate is opened right now. We are trying to stall for teleport time. That's what Pepe's doing right now. We're stalling for teleport time. But for Nanako needs to wait for his speed boost to be ready first. But it seems like we're going to pop the Cypher machines here first and foremost. We're going to be dropping down as much shadows here. Meanwhile, we did manage to vault over, but that's no speed booster being able to utilize by Nanako because the cooldown is still there. Teleport is ready in 2 seconds. First officer is nearly at the gate. Now the main question is, would Pepe teleport? Pepe's teleporting here immediately. Are we gonna TP back is the main question. We're gonna be able to find where first officer is, but first officer being spotted out right here. An immediate hit on towards officer, and even with Xiaodi here having to force himself with a 1-man out. A little bit unfortunate, but Xiao probably needed an item in that scenario. Let's move on towards second half. Okay, Ali coming out for a second half from MRC. We need a 3-man elimination to tie this game, but it seems like we're going to be spawning a double 11. Going straight for going for graveyard is going to be a little bit hard though, because there's way too many pallets here to play around. Even if you do have Shadow Dance, that's going to be a whole different story. We're going to rotate towards the back right here. The moment that pallet has been placed down, we're going to be forced to break the pallet, and the lucky guy will be able to make his way towards the window. It seems like that will not happen with no wand being used here just yet, but there is Tram. Tram didn't really hit the sangria there just yet, so sadly survivors there wasn't be able to utilize the extra time to pull away from Sandra here. But with Ali, a very fast first hit, and with Lucky Guy, no one being used immediately, but that's also simply because of the fact that we don't want to get terror shocked, because survivors can't get terror shocked with one unless it's a magician. Then with that one being used, there's going to be a terror shock hit right there, and we are near this. Ooh, we're near that 45% Cypher machine right now. We can probably kick it, even though we can definitely kick an extra 15% Cypher machine, but oh well, what can we do? The earlier they use, the better it is. But it seems like for Ali's side, he's deciding to go towards the middle instead. We're probably going to teleport back here immediately. That's a very nice teleport, but that's going to be a maximum, that's going to be a fully utilized abnormal there at least. From 70 something to from 78 to 18%, 60% abnormal rate. And then we do see that the survivors aren't going to come in anytime soon to rescue. We do pop tonight here though, but Tinnitus is actually coming from corner house, so it's quite a bit of a distance to get Tinnitus, but oh well, what can we do in a situation like this? Ali moving out right now, but the Wildling is making his way in. Wildling did manage to get a no damage rescue right here. Wildling getting on board. The Spore will get hit, but it doesn't seem like Lucky Guy can't continue for any longer, even if that's the case. For the board there, it's just so you can maintain full health. It's really just so you can maintain full health. But at least the good news is, by the time that Lucky Guy has been eliminated, they've only decoded 2 full Cypher machines. Right? They're well, I'd argue 3, but you know what, 2.5. Let's say 2.5. We are going to be seeing Acrobat opening, no, that's not Acrobat, Anticurrent opening a complete new Cypher machine, but with a need of a 3-man elimination right now for Ali. His main goal here is really just to play as aggressive as possible, force the survivors to have no items for endgame, and force one get on board for as long as possible, for as much as possible, just so it's only a 20-second board time for endgame as well. We're going to be seeing ourselves rearing too closely towards the Antiquarian. But with a pallet drop down there, we're going to be seeing Anti playing around this area. This area is kind of easy to disarm a hunter, especially, ooh, that's a very nice one, especially with the fact that, like, you know, it's quite a tight space at S pallet, especially behind those pallets, and you know, with the walls being so close nearby, we are going to be able to get another 4-second disarm. But it seems like we decided to break the pallet there instead of actually performing a basic attack. Probably performing a basic attack here would be better, but it seems like for Ali, he kind of predicted that anti-current would have used her flutes already. And then we are going to be able to see Ihua in middle, but it seems like we're actually going to fully commit towards this anti. If we can get, hey, beautiful blink. If we can get this anti down fast enough, they won't be able to decode the Cypher Machine. You're going to be forcing Wiling to rescue here. We know which Cypher Machine is currently being decoded, and the only one who's bold enough to decode middle is going to be the Wiling. Wiling getting on board here, Wiling having no boards here remaining, but since this is a sangria, it doesn't matter whether Wiling's on board or not. Even if you give him the speed boost, it doesn't matter. We can just catch up here immediately, get a normal hit, but preferably here, I would like to see it double down on Wiling. We're going to be breaking the pallet right here. Let's just change targets to Wiling. We just need to change targets to Wiling. Yes, this is the way to go. That's a very nice Wiling down, and it's a 4-man elimination game. Why? Because Acrobat has to come into rescue. If no one comes in rescue and 2 Cypher Machines are currently being decoded, then that will only end up as a very risky game. Or even you could just go for anti-current here. Don't care about sharing Wiling anymore. Just go for anti-current. No one's currently decoding right now. They don't have any decoding progress here. Anti-current, even with the pallet drop down here, does it matter much? No, it doesn't. Why? Because Ali here, that's a very nice dodge. That is, oh, okay. Second chair on anti-current side, we are able to chair closely towards middle. Middle Cypher has now currently been fully nullified. No one can decode this Cypher Machine anymore, and only Acrobat can now rescue. Even if Acrobat does manage to rescue there, they're still missing a Cypher Machine at middle anti-current with no items remaining on her hands. 3-man elimination is a little bit of a guarantee situation right here. The only chance for survivors to get a 4-man escape is for them to finish off the Cypher Machines, but it doesn't seem like that'll be possible after all. Then in DC, it will be coming into rescue, but after, you have to hit here. You do have to hit here. Unless Ali's waiting for a shadow that. Okay. Now then, a beautiful terror shock. We're gonna start the Slug Nation right now. That's gonna be a shadow strike. We're gonna go straight in towards corner house here. The 11, well, the 25. Is it a 25% extra distance? 25% extra distance here, really allowing Sandra to play around this area for as long as she can. But it seems like we wouldn't be able to drop down right here. Acrobat currently being healed at 82%. But even if Acrobat is being healed, it doesn't really matter because Wiling will be down soon. The moment Wiling won't be able to continue here for any longer because board time was only 20 seconds. So even if Wiling uses self-heal here, not only do we still have Blink to down Acrobat immediately so that Acrobat can't decode anymore, Wiling also on the other hand is not able to do much. We're only a 20-second board. There's only so much time you can stall. So yeah, unless they manage to bleed themselves into the dungeon, but with no self-heal, that's going to be not possible. We are going to be seeing these going straight towards graveyard. That is going to be a blinking just so we don't get a slow vault in. But with Ihua here, we're just going to speed up here because the endgame results here are kind of the same. We are going to be seeing Ihua going on board here immediately, and he will be down. Let's congratulate the 4-man elimination on MRC. Moving on towards game 2.